Hello?
Telephone.
I'll call you right back. Call you right back.
Telephone.
I'll call you right back podcast.
Hello and good morning to all of you people listening right now. It is December 23rd, Thursday. I'm recording this, I'm recording this day of. I usually record a couple days beforehand, but it's been a busy week. I'm hopping on here to give you a little Christmas episode. I didn't have time to link up anything crazy for Christmas this year, but I wanted to hop on here and kind of touch on, the past couple weeks. I didn't do an episode last week because I hosted my first event. A night on the town at Yoli's Cucina was Tuesday night. We had a squad out there at Yoli's over in Jefferson Hill. It was better than I could have hoped for, to be completely honest with you. Tuesday night before Christmas, some people might be busy. Some people might have other obligations, but for a Tuesday night, we were banging in there. Probably about 30 people, had some 50-50 going. We had prizes up in this piece. Ben at Yoli's was just, I can't thank Ben and Beth enough for allowing me to come in there and, just try something out. Wasn't sure how this was going to go. I knew I wanted to plan an event around the holidays that was just like, something that was fun to do, that wasn't super crazy. I'm doing all this shit myself. I wanted to plan an event that I could manage and that I could execute properly, and kind of test the waters and see how people responded to it. And man, I was happy. The whole breakdown of the event, it was $20, and you got a ticket that allowed entry for 2 people, and you got to share a large pizza, which were, his pizzas at Yoli's are, they're top tier. I'll tell you that. And I mean, there was 30 people there, so I think we had about 16 pizzas. The staff at Yoli's should get the real round of applause because, pizzas were whipping out of that kitchen quick. People were ordering extra food. We had Home Alone playing on the big screen in the back room. And it was just a time, I was so happy with how everything turned out and how everything kind of came together. But the whole event, a night on the town, for people that don't know what it was, I just wanted to plan like a dinner and a movie type deal. $20, 2 people come in, share a pizza, get a couple drinks, eat some Christmas cookies, and watch a good movie while you get to do that. There's nothing that I love more than watching good movies and eating good food. So I wanted to put it together, and I hit up Ben at Yoli's because that was a great place. Like, he has a perfect setup, and he is just a great person, and I love supporting him, and he always is supporting me. And I just, like I said, I can't thank Ben and Beth enough. And he brought his kids out. We just had a great time that night. And very big thank you to Jamie and Angela who helped out during the event. We were able to do the waitstaff raffle. So I really wanted to do a waitstaff raffle because I saw Bert Kreischer do it one time and I thought it was just like super cool. Waitstaff raffle is a 50-50. Someone from the audience wins and then the other half goes to the waitstaff. And Jamie was fantastic. We did 50-50. And we were able to get the whole pot up to $360. So split that in half, $180. Jamie got $180. And then the winner of this 50-50, listen to how funny this was. Ben bought all of the kitchen staff their own ticket, okay? We pull this ticket, it says Brennan. So I say, Brennan, who's Brennan? And Jamie yells, that's the dishwasher. This kid pops out of the kitchen, and he was mind blown. Walked out wearing a Linkin Park shirt, and I was just like, all I heard in the background is my buddy Brian go, "Look at his shirt. Fuck yeah." And everyone was cheering for him. 16 years old, got $180 from the 50-50. It just made my heart jump. It made my heart leap with joy to see him walk out of that kitchen and be able to grab it. He was like, this is so unexpected. He was like, I wasn't even supposed to work tonight. Ben just had me scheduled. He was like, this is so unexpected. And I was like, Brennan, what are you going to do with that money? He was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that money. But I'm happy that he was able to win that 50-50. I had an ugly sweater contest. There is a wonderful young lady who is my mother's best friend. They've been best friends since kindergarten. Her name is Luann. She did a whole sweater just for this. She made a custom sweater that had every single Home Alone nod on it. Had to give it to her. Prize for the best Christmas sweater was a McAllister Mansion gingerbread house kit, which is gingerbread house. It was sick looking, so I bought one myself as well. And she got a gift card. The big prize that I got that was, for everyone was, so I did, all right, let me try to remember everything. I had this sold out limited edition McAllister Mansion puzzle by Mondo Puzzles. I think it was reselling for $100. I had one that was in there. I had an I'll Call You Right Back mug. I had a big ass bottle of Death Breath hot sauce. I had a ornament that was a Home Alone ornament I found off Etsy that was a paint can with like the battle plan in it. I had another ornament that was a Blockbuster box that was a Home Alone movie. And then I had a print from Baxter and the Bear. Baxter and the Bear is someone that I had on here who creates alternate movie posters using everyday items. So, we had one for Home Alone. He had paint cans, he had ornaments, he had micro machines, and he took a photo of it. And, I auctioned all this off. But Albert Saxon won. He is he's a listener of the podcast. I was pumped that he was able to win. But I was just thankful for everyone to come out and participate in everything and have a good time. But next one that I have, I'm urging you guys to come to it because, this is it. I got bit. So I got that bug in me right now. So I'm going to start trying to make some events happen. And I'd like to try to get them. I'd like to start doing them, every other month. I feel like that's a good goal for me. I would like to do an event every other month, something like this, something even a little bit bigger. Who knows? But, I'm excited for it. I was pumped because, some people definitely came through for me. Big shout out to my parents. They ended up picking up the Christmas cookies that were donated by Jessie Franny, who is at Franny D's on Instagram. She is fantastic. She is a fan of the podcast. And, she always is making these wild ass baked goods, like right out of her house. So I hit her up and I was like, yo, what's up with how could I get some custom cookies made? Because one day I just got tagged in a picture and she makes custom Christmas cookies, but she made them as my podcast cover. Like she did that on a cookie. And then she also did the Turner's Best Friends t-shirt logo on a cookie. And, it got to take forever. I'm telling you, it got to take forever. But I hit her up to get some cookies made for the party, and she was like, absolutely, I'm going to hook you up. And then, I tried to pay her, and she was like, no, I have to, I want you to have these. But I'm hooking her up for sure because they were above and beyond. She had pizza slices in there. She had phones. She had Kevin McAllister, faces. She had all kinds of, different Christmas cookies. And I just I don't know. I got good people surrounded me. Ben from Yoli's was like, look at this turnout, the week before Christmas. Like you got good people surrounding you, got good people backing you. And, it really was a meaningful night for me because, we're watching Home Alone. Everyone's seen Home Alone a million times. Everyone had pizza a million times. That place is kind of far. And, I feel, people could have just not wanted to drive out there, but why not? Why not have a little good time for Christmas, right? But I wanted to touch on the party, and then I also wanted to touch on the Hot Ones Challenge down at Streets because, that was another thing I did last week, and that was something else that's going on in life. I've been having a pretty hectic last couple weeks, to be completely honest with you. So last week we went down to Streets on Carson, me and my buddy and neighbor Nick, Yoga Ralph. We were all down there doing the Hot Ones Challenge, and it was absolutely ridiculous. Hot Ones Challenge, I'm sure people know what it is. It's the YouTube segment on YouTube where the guy does an interview show that people eat hot ones, or they eat hot sauce, and they answer questions. And it is, it's a pretty great show. It's I think it's like one of the highest rated shows on YouTube right now, but Sean Evans always asking great questions, but they did their version of it down at Streets. So we got to really try them sauces, and it was wild, but ate those sauces. That was a good time. And then, the next couple days were kind of crazy for me, to be completely honest. So the next day after I had these wings, I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but I came home and I was in a seated position, and I started to get this intense pain in the back of my head. And I've had headaches my entire life growing up. I've had headaches. I know what headaches are all about. I'm fine at managing headaches, but this was the most intense pain I've ever felt in my entire life. I felt like I was having a brain aneurysm. I was just, like I said, I was sitting down, had this pain in my head that was just like outrageous. And it like immediately went from the back left of my skull, and it engulfed my entire brain. The best way I could describe it is a drop of ink in a bucket of clear water, how you could see it like cloud over the whole thing. That's what this like ridiculous pain felt like in my head. Like I couldn't explain it. I started like having these like super intense sweats. Like I was fucked up. It really freaked me out. Came downstairs, hopped in the shower, hot water on me for about an hour. And then 45 minutes later, like this crazy feeling of a migraine just went away, and I felt like completely normal. I felt better than I did before, honestly. And it was so weird because like I was freaking out. And then, I went along the rest of the night. I was fine. This was Wednesday night, was fine. The next day I go to work, seated position again. Same thing happens, but way more intense. And I was just like, I was freaking the fuck out. I thought that something really bad was happening. I really felt like that I was having like a brain aneurysm. I couldn't even understand what was happening, but I freaked out, called my wife, went to the emergency room. It was outrageous. Got a CT scan. They said everything was fine, but not really sure what's happening with it. I don't really have any clear answers. They're thinking it's a pinched nerve, but I've been getting these fucking headaches this last week, and they've been pretty wild. And it's been like weighing on my mind a little bit, to be completely honest with you. That's why I was saying the last couple weeks have been pretty intense for me. And I just, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because it really is like, feels almost debilitating. It felt almost debilitating to get these things. And then, the doctor really didn't say anything about what was happening. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to take it day by day, but and it's right around the holidays. It's just stressful. You're trying to get some Christmas shopping done. You're trying to get everything else going on. I got our new dog is just like, it's just been like a perfect storm of shit right now. The new dog has just been having stomach issues, and it's been a pain. Waking up 3 times in the middle of the night so she can go outside, go to the bathroom. It's just like, Jesus. But, Christmas is coming up. I'm pumped about it. It's a good time. I got 4-day weekend. It's a nice time to unwind. This is going to be the last podcast of the year. And, next year we're just going to, I got a dope ass interview to drop for the new year. The new year interview is going to be my favorite color. My favorite color is a rapper who was living in Pittsburgh, who now lives over in LA, signed to Rostrum Records. And man, it was an intense, not even an intense, it was just like a really incredible interview. Like, I had no idea who this dude was. I didn't listen to his music. I wasn't as familiar, but like, what a great interview. Like you guys will definitely enjoy that one. But, I'm pumped for the new year. Everyone says like, oh yeah, new year, new me, all that bullshit. But it's like, I'm pumped for the new year. I always kind of get pumped about like starting something fresh and kind of, I don't know, it just feels like a clean slate. At least I'm trying to make it feel like a clean slate. Last year for the new year, we just moved in our house. It was kind of hectic. And, we didn't really have anything settled. We didn't have furniture and shit like that. But, this year we're good right now. I got a dog that's dicking around in the room right with me right now. I got one eye on her, one eye, everywhere else. She's just, she's a pleasure. And then we got that new dog. It's just going to be, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be another busy year, I'm sure. My wife, fortunately is just like fucking killing the game with wedding makeup. I can't, urge yous enough. If you know someone getting married, hit up Antoinette Medved MUA. Like, she's in the city, doing some shit right now. And I'm not just biased because it's my wife. It's just, I see her business, and business is booming, and I could not be more proud of that woman. This podcast definitely takes a lot of my time in life, and it takes up a lot of my thought. And before Antoinette had her own thing, I feel like she might have not been able to understand, where all that time and focus was going, but it goes into your passions. And I could see my wife cultivating an empire because she loves doing makeup, killing it, absolutely killing it, working on, big name. She's working on Carmella. Carmella is a championship diva from WWE. She's done her face a few times. Selena Pompiani. It's like, I'm not name dropping, but it's like, it's great to see her like build her business. And I'm just happy to be able to have her as a partner in life. And I'm excited for another year to just like, kind of for both of us, because we both just like keep each other accountable. And it's feeling like things are really, really great. And, I'm just kind of taking it day by day. I'm so fortunate for the people that, I met this year, particularly, the dudes on the Anybody Can Do This show. It's like, I don't know, we linked up earlier this year in March, and it's kind of been like off to the races since then. And I had neighbor Nick on here the last podcast, and he's part of the Anybody Can Do This show. And it's just like, people that I'm surrounding myself with are the people that are going to make me better. And those are the people that I need to be around. And I'm just thankful for it because, whenever I see my friends doing things, it's lighting fires under my ass. And hopefully vice versa. Me and Nick talked about like, being competitive as podcasters on the last podcast. And it was just like, it's something that you need. You can't be around people that are doing half-ass shit, because you're not going to have to push that hard to be able to look better. That's someone who's only doing 50% of it, if that makes sense. And it's not that like I'm trying to like look better or outshine. It's I'm trying to keep up with the wolf pack that I'm surrounding myself with. These boys are working. I need to be working too. And I'm just excited to be able to share a journey like that with people like them who are kind of, doing it alongside me. And like, I just love it. I love it so much. I just feel, I know back in like October, I was talking about a lot about how I was having like some mental shit go on. I was just like really down mentally. Like it was fucking me up. I was like kind of in a bad place as far as like creatively, but I don't know. I just feel like, people always say, oh yeah, there's peaks and valleys, but I was down at one point, but now I feel like the glass is half full again rather than half empty. I'm just really looking forward. Like, I wasn't going to do a podcast today, but because of the event and everything, I didn't have time to line something up, and I didn't want to put out a half-assed podcast, but I just wanted to I was sitting on my couch and I was like, I'm going to go hop on that mic and kind of just chop it up and talk about, the year in a review and kind of what my goals are for the next year. And it's just, I'm happy. I mean, full circle is I'm just really happy with everything. And, this next year, I hope to do way more things. I'm working on a golf outing right now. I'm talking with a couple people about golf outings. I got some other event ideas that I'm waiting on some information back. And I'm just hoping to be able to be someone who provides some good shit to the city, I love going to good shit. I'm someone who likes to patronize good shit. I like to go places and buy good shit and do good shit. I just want to be someone who's able to make those options as well. You know what I mean? You can never have enough you can never have enough options for good shit to do in the city, right? I mean, that's at least the way I see it, but I'm happy about it. I am. And I'm hoping that we could get some more shit going this, I probably said shit 40 times this past, 3 minutes, but, holidays, it's pretty wild right now. Me and Antoinette just, we're going back to, we're going to go hang out with our families for Christmas Eve, right? And we just wanted to go get we just wanted to go grab some shit and, kind of prepare for the holidays. Went and got ourselves a COVID test this morning just to be safe. I feel fine. I don't feel anything. There was not really any reason for me to, get one. It's just, I'm going back to my family, with a lot of other people, and it will just give me a peace of mind to know. So, we just got them, and, I don't know. It's such a weird time right now with the holidays because that shit's kind of getting weird again out there with COVID, but then you're like, it was so fucking hard last year to not be with, my family on Christmas. And I'm sure that everyone feels the same way. They had to, it's not just me that couldn't do that. It's everyone. And there's people that, lost family. So it's kind of, it's kind of a fucked up time because you're like, man, should I be going? Should I be doing this? Should I be going into the fucking stores with all these people, with all these idiots? I don't know. It's just, and I don't know. I don't have the answers. You know what I mean? I just don't have the answers. It's pretty crazy to see though. So we're just taking it day by day. I'm a human being. I don't have all the answers, but I hopefully am able to kind of come to some more answers than I would be able to if I didn't have this podcast. I feel like some people tell me a lot, like, I don't know how you could just sit on the microphone and talk for, as long as you do. And, sometimes things go together a little bit better. Sometimes they don't piece together, but, I get what is therapeutic about talking and about kind of diving into your mind and just talking about how you feel, because that's what this is really. I'm kind of just, throwing all my feelings out on the table. Christmas time though, I'm excited to, see my family for what it's worth. I'm excited to kind of, I don't know. I just don't know if shit is ever going to feel the same as it will. Do you think that? Do you think that shit will ever feel the same as it did before? Like, there's always that looming, shadow, that looming elephant in the room of like, oh my God, is like, people are sick, all that. Before it was like, we're 45 deep, fucking just chaos on Christmas Eve. Whenever we were all younger, it was absolute chaos. And now it's just like, I don't know. I don't mean to get bleak on it or anything like that. It's just things that I've been thinking of, you know what I mean? I've just been thinking of this shit. I had a Secret Santa party with my friends. We have, it's me and 6 other friends, and we've been doing the Secret Santa party for like probably 7 years now. And I hosted it this past weekend. And, it was just like, it was a good time. It was. I was stressed out because of my head, but I needed it a little bit to hang out and to, see my friends and do some fun stuff. And, we always try to outdo each other with gifts that we give each other. And this year I might have got the best gift ever. My buddy Dave got me a picture done of the dogs like smoking cigars at a table playing cards. He got me one of those pictures, but of my dogs playing cards together. One has a pipe with pipe tobacco. There's alcoholic drinks on the table, poker chips, and it's just like, man, I love it. You probably hear that dog in the background right now. I got to take her out real quick because she's just, to be honest with you, she's just been pissing out of her ass, and I don't know what the hell is wrong with it. And it's just one more thing in my life that is, one more factor that I have to think about in life that's just like looming over me. But adulthood, you know what I mean? But be right back. All right, I'm back. Dog life, you know how it is. But the year-end review. I've had some great episodes this year. I really have. Just to name a few that stick up off of my head, I really enjoyed Jams the Flava Child. I really enjoyed Kevin Drobish. I really enjoyed Lauren Blood, who was a veterinarian. Chad Medved. I interviewed a guy named Chad Medved that was so good. We had the Big Waves interview with Big Germ and Bill Waves. I interviewed Jake McLough, who was the owner of True Believer Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of really good episodes. Matt Thornton. Who else? Pat D'Avernoy. He hiked the whole Appalachian Trail. I got my episode with Yolis Kachina, Ben Bartleson. I got all kinds of good ones from this year. It's definitely been a good year. It's been a hectic year getting settled in this house and getting my family settled and everything. But I'm thankful for what has been able to happen. And like I said, there's gonna be a lot for next year. I have no intentions of slowing at any rate, but last podcast episode for the year. I'm going to take some much needed time, and then we're just going to start out fresh with a banger. But I just wanted to come on here again and say, I appreciate everyone as always. I really do. Each and every week, I see them numbers growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's pretty wild for me to think that. People like to listen to what I say, or what I talk about rather. But it's just it's wonderful to have an opportunity to have a platform that allows me to talk to cool people that do cool things. And I'm glad that people like to hear about it. But I'm going to leave you on that. I want you and your families to have a great holiday. Whichever holiday you choose to celebrate, but I am just thankful for everyone. I'm happy for what this podcast has became and what is becoming, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again next year. But thanks for listening, and I'll call you next year.